My daughter called from Houston, Texas. We're now living in Tennessee, in beautiful Tennessee. And she said, "Mother, I think that God's calling me to come near you." And so we prayed together, and it was 1 year that she and her husband moved. She had no job, nothing. They had lost everything. And that all happened in 1 year. So from the time of her calling me, that our praying together, she was there in 2 months, was here in 2 months. And she has an excellent job. God has reimbursed her beautifully in every way, mostly spiritually, but financially, in every way possible. God just continues to bless her.
My mother-in-law turned 90 this year, or this past fall, and we knew we needed to do something for her birthday, a big celebration, or a celebration of some sort. We gave her an 80th birthday celebration. She's a very humble lady. She's very meek. Her husband hadn't been dead very many years at the 80th birthday. So it was a huge birthday with friends coming and blessings being bestowed upon her. And so this 90th birthday, we were going to think what we could do, and my daughter and I thought maybe we just should have a family celebration. But in the meantime, she shared that she did not want a big hoopla about her birthday. And so we honored that request, even though I think some people thought we were a little bit, terrible for not doing that. But we honored her request, and we had a dinner at a cafe in our county, and her children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren were there, and she had some living siblings that came, and it was a small event, and it was wonderful. She was excited. That's all she wanted. Her sister and her brother that came was a surprise, and so my children honored her by all getting there, and all three of my children don't live in the same town, and so I knew that my children were all going to be there and my grandchildren, so I asked them ahead of time, would you all just hang around and we will go down in front of this little or big giant magnolia tree at the end of the street and we'll get a family Christmas card picture made. I had done this for many years, and I thought, now that they're all grown and everything, it is hard to do it. Sometimes I have to put a wedding on the Christmas card or just the grandchildren or whatever, but my daughter-in-law and my sons-in-law, they were very honorable to me and my 3 children by getting us all down in front of that big tree. And even though the man from Canada that tried to take our picture did not do a good job, and the next person on the street that my daughter grabbed off the street to take the picture did not do too good of a job, like 3 people were caught off on one end and 2 people on the other. They wander around trying to make more shoots so they could tell this meant a lot to me. And I felt like they were just trying really, really hard. And the Lord worked that out because my sister, who can Photoshop, made us a Christmas card with everybody in it. The 3 that were cut off in one and the 2 that were cut off in the other were put together. So I feel like that's a way that my husband and my children and grandchildren honored our mother, their grandmother, and then in the same time my children and grandchildren honored me.
As my parents grew older, I was fortunate in the fact that I could go and spend some time with them. They lived in Texas and we're here in Tennessee, so it was a good long distance in between. But when Mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer and was given just a few months to live, Lee and I talked it over and we decided to rent a place in Fort Worth so I could be there and spend a lot of time with Mom and take care of her. And that's a big sacrifice for a husband to give you that opportunity to take care of your parents. And as it happened, my sisters had a duplex and it became empty at just that time. So we moved in next door to my sister and we stayed there 3 months. And it was a blessed time. I feel like I was able to honor my mother and make her last part of her life a blessing, as she had blessed me all through her life.